Item 7A.
So item 7A is a resolution of the City of Margate, Florida, approving a 4% base wage adjustment for the period from October 1, 2024 through September 30th, 2025 for all non-bargaining personnel, providing for implementation authority, providing for an effective date. This resolution is before you for your consideration this evening.
What is the wish of the board?
Motion to approve.
Second. Discussion. Public.
Margate resident, if it was only this annual increase, I'd be in agreement with it. But since you decide on your own salary increases every year during budget time, you should be excluded from this. In September of last year, you voted to increase your own salaries by more than 11% to make your salaries $45,000. That was after giving yourselves a 3% raise plus a $2,500 bonus from ARPA funds. And the year before that, in 2022, you gave yourselves a $5,000 ARPA bonus plus a 2% raise. You're continually coming back with your hands open for more, and you're the ones that keep approving it. Do you not see anything wrong with this? Not only do you decide your own salaries, but you lump yourselves in with non-union employees so that every time they get a cost of living increase and one-time bonuses, so do you. You're double dipping. You're not employees. You're elected officials chosen by the people. Employees are hired by the city and must fill in an application with relevant experience to get interviewed and hired. You don't. You only have to put up signs around town to get your jobs. You need to separate yourselves from regular employees. Somebody up there needs to make a motion to amend this resolution to exclude commissioners, since you get more perks than regular employees and decide your own salaries, unlike employees. If this passes, I'll bet that once budget time rolls around, you'll have your hands in the jar again for base salary increases. Your salaries should be decided on by the people, just as other cities do, where their voters decide commissioner salaries, but you turn that down because you don't like anyone to decide what you're worth. Thank you.
You know what? I take a little bit of offense to some of those comments. Sitting up here, we make $40,000 a year plus. We're targets. That's all we are targets. I come with a family of 4. And you know what? I go to put something on Facebook and I get an ethics complaint. I got this, I got that. Oh, you can't do this, can't do that. So you know what? This job up here for $40,000, it's not because of the money I do this. I do it because of the passion and the love I have for the city and how I want to make this a better city. So everybody up here does it for whatever reason. They don't have to explain it to you. But to sit here and say we're not full-time employees, you need to check your calendar. You call me at night. I've spoken to you at night. You text me 12 o'clock in the morning. I respond right back to you. To say we're not employees, what are we? Targets? You think we deserve to sit up here and get bashed by people and get looked at for stupid reasons? If I go out and buy a new truck, I get investigated. It's not worth it, buddy. It's really not. So when you come up here with your little computer, be careful what you say because it's not true.
In many cases, we actually lose money. We lose money doing this job.
I used to have $1 million company, to be honest with you. It's not $1 million anymore. It's a $100,000 company. So when I took this job, I had people looking at me through a microscope, but they're still looking at me. You know what? Let them look. I don't care. Next.
Okay. I know that I have said this before, and here we go again. Another increase for the commissioners. Yes, I know it's only 4%, and it is what everybody else is getting. But I think that anytime anyone gets a raise, you approve it for yourselves. Please let me know if I'm incorrect in saying this. You have given yourself in the past few years, besides the regular increases that everybody gets, a 12%, because some years before, the commissioners at that time did not want an increase. You were not here then, but you approved it to give it to yourselves. You approved a car allowance of $300, which was never done before. Then another increase back on September 2023 of 11 point, and you increased your car allowance to $600. I know that the only one that doesn't get the car allowance is Commissioner Simon. And now, yes, a little one, 4%. And you continue to get car allowance during COVID when the city was closed. When you were elected, you agreed to what was that at the time. But since then, you have given all these extra increases because you have the power to do it. In my opinion, that is abuse of power. It might not be illegal, but it sure feels that it should be. Yes, I know you will agree to it because even though you have residents asking you not to approve it, it is in your interest to do so. But I will continue to say it. I know I always seem like I'm doing something negative, but I know I feel there is an abuse of power. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else?
It wouldn't even be so bad about increases if perhaps people were not living on the street, we couldn't afford medication. Just a lot of financial things, and then see some commissioners posting them spending our money in other cities, and coming from our tax money, the increases. So I have no objection to increases, but when it's put in the resident's face of, frivolous spending on whatever. I mean, when you get the money, you can spend it on whatever. But to have it thrown in resident spaces when people can't even afford rent, insurance, medicine, whatever. It just is kind of like a slap in the face to all the residents to see commissioners doing this.
Thank you.
I just want to say one thing. Y'all maybe deserve a raise, but again, you just got a raise. There are people out there that deserve these raises more than you all. That is our police department. They are there for us no matter what. I mean, yes, I do call Tommy, I do call Sarah, Arlene. Yes, I do. And I ask questions, and Kale. But our police department is the lowest paid police department. We need to get them more money because they are the lowest. And you think about going BSO? You think BSO is going to bring in the officers that we have here now for this kind of pay? No. They're going to bring in the crap. Our police officers are one of the best, are the best, I will say. Let's give them the money that they deserve. Let's not put it in our pockets. Let's give them the money they deserve. Their lives are on the line. You talk about Target, they're a target for sure. And their families sacrifice, not just them. Thank you.
Thank you.
I believe the police do deserve more money, but not at a money grab. The only thing the money grab's gonna do is, actually it's already done it. It's just showing everybody in Margate that they can go 12 miles over the speed limit everywhere, because that's what we were all told in the last meeting. So by the police officer and by everybody else. So everybody knows they can go 12 to 13 miles over the speed limit before they get a ticket now. So thanks for letting everybody know that. So I don't think the cameras are it, but I think the money needs to go in the departments we need. So by getting the cameras so the police can get more money, no. Let's just get money that you guys are going to get and give it to the police instead. If you say that it's not about the money, which I know Tommy is very passionate, I know Simone is very passionate. Half the time she tries not to take the money, but she has to do something with it. if you're saying it's not about the money, turn the money over to the police department.
Thank you.
I don't believe you were here at the last budget meeting, which was yesterday. And I actually brought up, since the fact that the traffic light cameras did not pass currently, it was tabled, that we look at putting more money in the budget to ensure that we have more officers at the school zones. I brought that up, just so you know. So thank you for reminding me to let everyone know.
Anybody else? Call the roll.
Commissioner Caggiano?
Yes.
Commissioner Simone?
Yes.
Commissioner Serio?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Schwartz?
Yes.
Mayor Rosano?
Yes.